Hi, Starseeds! Hope you're all doing well. If you've been following along my journey of reading up on the subtler phases of the moon, such as the Waning Crescent moon, like we'll be covering today in communion together for our Starseed Ascension, and if you found you've been reaping the most remarkable benefits from them as you've been doing this, then squeeze into the Waning Crescent moon's sacred portal of energy that it began to exude and open on the 24th of this month of March, ending just yesterday, the 28th, to not count it out or miss out on the ascension opportunity we have as it's still subtly available for the next couple of days to tap into. To help your starseed minds prepare to get out of the war mindset that it was stuck in, which it likely grew used to after being trapped there so long in the old paradigm Hunger Games arena. Before we get into the reading that achieves this the rest of the way, let's quickly go over the exact curious nature and characteristics of the helpful Waning Crescent moon to prepare for this quick one-card reading experience together. The Waning Crescent moon is a time for surrender, rest, and renewal, helping us say goodbye to the past another layer only if we need this. And it's also here to help us on a more personal, grounded, down-to-the-point basis, getting us to deepen within ourselves in order to understand and get to know our layers on a more personal, logical, soul, consciousness, emotional, and introspective level than before, being able to tap into this with limitations. Thoroughly benefiting our overall starseed journey, starseed health, starseed mind, and personal lives in general on a more humanly basis as a natural outcome after receipt of healing from this particular aspect of the conscious moon. Even more assured of this when thoroughly intending to fully tap into the current at play. To rest you even more assured, for the time being, I'm going to insist that we receive help with achieving all of these things in the background as much as we need to over these next 6 or so days that we've asked for as prolonged access to us, as it is essential to our growth. Getting you acquainted with the idea of focused healing and support from an intergalactic conscious high-level, newfound quantum star system that actually provides blank celestial services, while we can, before it officially takes off by itself, our big grown boy, and even getting you to completely redirect to this station, tune signal, if your energy body was somehow out of frequency with its song, with yourself, with nature, with this nature, although seen as foreign for a time. How cool, right? I am also aware that there are opportunities to receive influxes of light, sort of in this infusion or alchemical type of way, straight from the waning crescent moon in quantum time, deriving from earlier timelines and realities that we've long forgotten about within this current exact life sequence, which will surely do its part to bring you back home further to simpler times, back to your soul, back to your starseed soul as well, back to your dreams, true goals, basically back to the true importance of the matter, at its precise point, the capabilities of a waning crescent moon, leaving you scratching your head and asking yourself, where the hell have I been all this time? By the end of the integration and sort of time traveling experience you undergo from its little adventure time blueprint plan it has set out for you that month. Very potentially at times, even making you fall and break down to your knees from the deep emotional return, swing, and remembrance of these forgotten aspects of life, yourself, life itself, your plan, your childhood, your forgotten about things, all flying back into your consciousness and your possession at speed of light. So you bet I'm going to request that this tribe personally receives this influx of help all throughout our little big week with it here, even programming it in now to continue this concrete, organized natural structure and flow on autopilot, all in its own will, without ever needing our help, whenever it feels like, about 6 times out of the 12-month year cycle I'm being addressed. To continue more practically, the waning crescent stage is the phase that occurs just before the new moon sets in and appears as a thin crescent winding downwards daily until it is practically completely invisible to the naked eye, hence the name waning, which I liken to winding, with the illuminating side always pointing east. Each morning, it rises closer to the sunrise and shows less of its illuminated portion, Fun facts, I know, right? So now that we've integrated that seeded explanation of what the waning crescent moon is, and even got to learn some pretty valuable pieces of information along the way that we can use for our exciting, fat journeys, we should be full enough to get into the mini transmission. So let's do this. The transmission that sacrificed its time and knowledge for us this month to see to our perfect advancement is the Three of Pentacles. At glance view, it hypnotically appeared that the glowing pentacle in the illustration were slowly floating downwards to sit right above the belly of the flame lit, just beneath it, challenging it for its support. When tuning in to find out why this was discovered, I was told that this was its nature, the nature of the golden pentacle, as a ritual or sacrifice to balance its legs as it distributes its goods to us that we need. For isn't it so selflessness? This is to transfer us the weight of its own stomach, as we are jealous of the way it suits him so alone, and we also like the way it bounces up and down when he walks. The forehead chakra then began to lift up into the heavens, blending into my heart, so we may confuse and disguise ourselves in front of God as He transmutes all the vibrational energy out of these areas for promotion. And wasn't this trip with Father and ravaging as usual? And then the kids skipped to play, while the grown-ups tended to things in the Evers like they typically do. And the transmission was complete. I hope that filled you with all you need as we say goodbye to each other to meet again on the other side. Take this with you into your future and make good use of it so it won't be for nothing. Ever again, okay? Subscribe if you feel you receive a lot from these videos of mine. Comment down below if you have any questions, or would love to chat about what you've gathered here today. Donate to my PayPal if you feel you love to commune and say thanks. And I'll be back here with more enlightening videos for the Starseed Ascension Collective in the future. Goodbye for now.